up, Woody Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans Inc. And today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Kamonohashi Deranged Detective chapters 132 through 134. But before me and my fussy assistant here get into this recap and live reaction, we are at war with YouTube's algorithm, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel. And in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because of course this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored, and we ain't sponsored by Shueisha, and we ain't sponsored by Manga Plus. So considering how much we promote Manga Plus on this channel, it's kind of surprising, right? But if you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, this adorable little kitty here, and this operation literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one, feel free to hit up our Cash App and PayPal. Links are in the description box below, as well as the link to our Patreon, which we are starting to do exclusive anime live reactions, starting with Suicide Squad Isekai that features Amano Sensei's character designs, which, my god, they are being wasted. Which studio really has done your character designs dirty, Amano Sensei? They really have. Oh my god, they have. Man, it frustrates the hell out of me. You have no idea. But anyways, so last time we covered Kamonohashi, we finished up the game of hide and seek. Well, Tiger Dawn and Alice Moraity's game of hide and seek. At least that's how it seems. And, well, obviously Tiger Dawn lost the game. So let's get to chapter 132 first and see what's in store for us today. And this chapter is titled The Case of the Ferris Wheel Disappearance Part 6. The loser is Tiger Dawn. Yeah. I lost. Now, that's right, you'll be eliminated. Phew, good grief, I give up. I see you in a new light, Ron Senpai. I never imagined your deductions would be so precise. Really? You finally realized once I saved your life, Kay? That's right, this is the power of my deductions. You just acknowledged that you did the deductions yourself. The detective... Oh, shit, that's right! Oh, he's busted! The Detective Alliance didn't want you getting involved in this case, so they didn't allow you to acquire a detective's license, and yet you went and solved the case yourself. What do you suppose the higher-ups will think? Oh, shit! Huh? What do you think? You're under suspicion of being involved with Alice, the one thought to be the mastermind here, so they tried to keep you away from this case, but you just couldn't help inserting yourself. Well, no shit. They'll probably think that such a reckless fellow should never get his hands on a detective license. What? I don't want that. It's too late. Oh, I recorded you saying it, and I'll be sure to relay this to my superiors. I was just joking. Officer Ishiki solved the mystery. I'll tell them about that lie, too. No, you fucking snitch. What? Kay-san? Kay-san? Hey, Kay, I need to speak with that Don fellow. Goodbye, asshole. It's a present for you, Uncle. Oh no! I implanted a remote-activated... Speaking of Suicide Squad Isekai and the bomb implanted in his necks, a certain someone must have gotten inspired. Me thinks that because Suicide Squad Isekai was in development way before this chapter was written. Akira. Amano Sensei, you definitely got inspired by Suicide Squad Isekai. I know you did. You got inspired by Tabe. I know for a fact you did. This is a fact. Well, this is a tinfoil hat theory more than a fact. But this can't be a happy accident. No way. I implanted a remote-activated bomb in your neck. So you lose the game. So if you lose the game, you go boom and your head will roll off. Like, come on. God. Are you okay? You look pale. It's you. Are you so shocked about losing to me? I suppose hiding in the aquarium was fairly outrageous. You don't get it. The tank in the aquarium where you were hiding was my initial guess for the most likely spot. Sort of instinct has always served me in life or death situations, but Kamonohashi anticipated that and lured me away from the aquarium. It was a tactic an amateur would never understand. Lost to that man. Calm down, Ron. I'm such an idiot. I was wrong to think that Kay had even a shred of compassion. Good grief, some things never change. Senpai hears that, he'll get all smug again, so I'll keep it to myself. Dang it, I thought one's view of life never changes, but I had no idea the sky was so blue. Oh, he has to, like, Kay has to know at that point that that something's up. But there's, like, something, because he's saying this, it's like, wait, there's a bomb somewhere. He's got to have a bomb somewhere. Get a hold of yourself, Ron. Just leave me alone. Got a minute, Kay? I'm the one who asked Ron to save you. Couldn't you try to take a more generous view of him acting on his own like that? I asked him too. I never file false reports. I can't. That's why my superiors will be the one to determine Senpai's fate. But your fucking superiors are... They got corrupt. There's walls up in there. They're corrupt. Perhaps they'll make a mistake and decide to view his actions in a positive light. I doubt it. The truth is, if Senpai hadn't been here, we wouldn't have been able to apprehend Don. If Don confesses and the case can move forward, I imagine there will be those who come to Senpai's defense. That is very true. See, I like the way Kay thinks in that regard. And, you know, some might do that. There might be some people who come to Ron's defense. But the problem is, based on what we've seen with the Detective Alliance, yeah, there's a problem with that. There are moles up in there, and they're corrupt as fuck. And they don't want to admit that they're wrong. Some of them will refuse to admit that they're wrong. So, though I hope that doesn't happen. Okay, but I guess we can have some hope if Tigerdon confesses. There'll be a race against time, though. The Moriartys have no mercy for those who fail. At this rate, Tigerdon will be killed before he can confess. That's why he was so disturbed. Yeah, that's why he said the sky is so blue. Where is Tiger right now? In a van heading for HQ. Whoa! This is bad. This is bad is right. But man, Amano, I really wish you would have. Imagine if Amano, and I think I even said this in my live reactions, because God, that art animation. I gotta say this too, because I've noticed this with a lot of people that were tweeting about Suicide Squad Isekai. A lot of people noticed the inconsistency in the art and animation. I'm so glad I'm not the only one that noticed it. Thank fucking God. Because usually I get a lot of shit for calling that stuff out. But not this time. Thank God. I mean, look at this art here. I mean, this art that we get from Amano every week. It's like, what the fuck, man? This isn't fair. I wish Amano was in charge of it was like the chief animation director for Suicide Squad Isekai. Oh my God, that would just be amazing. But we can only dream. Oh, we can only dream. This is so beautiful. Ooh. I mean, they're dead. What is this? Is Don dead too? No, he's just unconscious. God. Are you an assassin working for Alice? I thought you would just activate the bomb in my neck. I removed your explosive device. What? What do you say? I'm not working for Alice. Oh! It's Winter! I'm hunting her. Winter, what's she doing here? I made an incision in your neck, so if you make any reckless moves, you'll lose the ability to walk. Alice, where's my little sister? Tell me everything you know. Winter, you sneaky motherfucker, you. I can't believe our first loser in the hide-and-seek game was Uncle Tigerdon. To think the man who lived his life so capably would bungle this now. How delightful. But you're not dead yet, Uncle. The bomb in your neck didn't fail to detonate because of radio interference. Somebody directly rewrote the code and deactivated it. And the one who knows that code is Winter. Winter! My girl! I love her. May I come in? What is it? The branch director matter was a failure. Yep, that's right. My uncle goofed up, in Japan. Japan? It can't be. That's where... Yep, that's where your arch nemesis, Ron Kamonohashi, is right now. How do you feel? Are you frustrated? What night? What? Hold up! What? Night turned? You'll never overcome Ron Kamonohashi if you don't work hard. Why has Night gone to visit Alice? No! Night turned? What? Of all people, Night turned? What? Okay, I really hope Night is just playing double agent here. Let's get to chapter 133 and find out what the hell's going on. And 133 is titled The Case of the Ferris Wheel Disappearance Part 7. A detective in training and the evilest criminal. Why are they together? Night, you'll never overcome Ron Kamonohashi if you don't work hard. Work hard? Surely you understand surely you understand. What does Ron Kamonohashi have that you don't? The power to understand a criminal's mind. God. I love Criminal Minds. Like, not Modern Criminal Minds. Modern Criminal Minds is ass. Like, if you watch the older seasons of Criminal Minds, and also CSI Miami, especially like older seasons of CSI, like CSI Miami. Oh my God, you know, God, right? He was raised by a killer. When Ron was a child, his father... God, Elliot is so fucking hot. His father, Elliot Moriarty, the M family member with the most promising future, crammed his head full of criminal know-how. That's how he gained his abilities. Dude... Can we just get a prequel manga about Elliot? Like, just give me that and I will be happy. Because Elliot, like, we don't know that much about him. I really need an Elliot prequel manga. Like, so bad. I just need it in my life. Kind of like with Toji as well in Jujutsu Kaisen. Toji, we somewhat got a little bit with Toji, but we need more with Toji, but not as much as we need a prequel manga just for Elliot. Oh my God, I really need an Elliot prequel manga. You came to see me because I'm a variety and you want to understand criminal minds too, right? You'll do anything for that, right? Yeah, but, I said this before, but I can't kill anyone. Then you'll never become like Kamonohashi. Has Kamonohashi killed people too? Yeah. He's a killer in essence. He's locking people away in prison for life after all. That's a interesting point right here. But technically he technically did kill people in the bloody high school murder case. But this is a very interesting point here with what Alice said. He's a killer in essence. He's locking people away in prison for life after all. So you can say, so like any criminal that's being locked away in prison for life without parole, well, they're not leaving. They're never going to be free again. They are stuck in prison for life. They're going to live the rest of their life out in prison. So technically, yeah, you are literally, well, in essence, as it says here, kind of are a murderer like that. I never thought of that. That is a very interesting thought. I'm curious what you guys think about that line. About, like, a cop, or, you know, a detective, or hell, you know what? Even, like, I'm gonna include this too. Even, like, a lawyer, or a judge too, in essence. That they are killers for life. That they are killers because they are locking people away for life. Because the judge is handing down the sentence. The lawyer, that's the prosecutor, for example, the prosecutor specifically, they are the ones that are legally are fighting to put, like, the murder, or the criminal, you know, in the slammer. And then obviously, you know, the police and the detectives, you know, are the ones catching them on the street and arresting them. Like, that makes sense to me. That's such a, dude, that is so deep. I see you, Amano. See, like, this is why I love covering manga like this. Like, you never think about that. I would never would have thought about that. About, like, lawyers, maybe even politicians too, in a way, because politicians will do that sometimes too. But, like, you know, like police, specifically, like, police, detectives are technically part of police. Like, anyone that's involved in putting a criminal away for life, I wonder, what do you think? Do you think if anyone that is part of putting a criminal away for life, do you think, whether they deserve it or not, do you think in essence that they are a killer themselves? Let me know in the comments what you think about that. In that case, there's nothing wrong with you killing criminals to boost your own detective abilities. It'll be a win-win for both of us. I kind of have to agree with her there. Because the more you're catching criminals, and like with Criminal Minds and with CSI, like, the more cases you solve, especially with these involving psycho criminals, like psycho serial killers and shit, like, the more you learn about, like, their MOs and get, like, an idea of how some criminals work. See, I see what she's saying. I get you. I get what she's saying. It's pretty genius, actually. Killing criminals? Huh? Didn't I tell you? There's no way I'd make my sweet, aspiring detective friend do something bad, right, liar? I'll just have you eliminate some trash. Eliminate trash? Yeah, a piece of cake, right? You can do it, right? I'm starving. Want some sweets? Really, Billy Goji? What? Huh? Billy Goji. By the way, have you been in contact with your dad? Isn't he worried about his sheltered son? Oh, speaking of, dude, he's being brainwashed. Meanwhile, at the World Detective Alliance, come in. I just arrived earlier, Vice Chair Nightbrand. Welcome back, Kay. We just had an incident in Japan, so was it really okay for me, the branch director, to come back here? As you know, we're short-handed after the branch directors in other regions have gotten killed one after another. I'm going to have you take charge of a wider area than just Japan. You're being promoted. I'm not thrilled about a promotion right now. It feels like you're gathering chestnuts from the fire for me. You never change, huh? Just watch your mouth for a moment. I'll be quiet for about 10 seconds. Please go ahead. The chairman's special detective team, which have been pursuing Alice, turned in their detective licenses and disbanded. The chairman took responsibility and is resigning. He'll probably announce it tomorrow. That woman is manipulative. God, I can't help but think of Variety the Patriot as well, because for those of you that have read Variety the Patriot, and I've covered it, you know how slick Variety is as well. If the special team failed, then the flames roasting the chestnuts are growing ever stronger. I sure drew the short straw here. Was this promotion a parting gift from the chairman? no, this was my decision. I'm going to be the next chairman. Oh, this is going to be so good, this next fight. Huh? The chairman? Congratulations. Talk about a rough time for this. Are you joining the Roasted Chestnut Club too, Branson? Quit messing around, Kay. I've prepared a chance for you to rise even higher. I have a job for you that mustn't see the light of day. Will you do it? Are you talking about dirty work? Ooh, what the fuck is he talking about? Kay-san must be back in England by now. Oh yeah? Oh, wait. Oh yeah? You seem calmer than... Oh my god, I just realized. What if Alice orders Knight to kill his father? Oh my god, if Alice orders Knight to kill his father, I'm gonna lose it. You seem calmer than I expected, Ron. What do you mean? I mean, aren't you wondering how the Detective Alliance will judge your actions in this case? Back in that park, I had no choice but to find Kay first. I realized there's no point in regretting anything. I love Ron so much. Gotcha, I guess that's true. And you did manage to save Kay-san. The Detective Alliance will probably be so grateful that there's no way they'll treat you harshly. That's what I think, too. If they give me a high-ranking license, I'll have access to critical cases and will be able to cooperate with them. That should benefit the Alliance, too. Uh-oh. I don't know this number. Hello, Ron Senpai. It's your Rude Jr. Oh, hey, Kay. Has the Alliance decided on what to do with me? I'm not calling to talk about work. I just have a private message for you, Senpai. Private? I'll only say this once. Please run, Ron Senpai. What? What's the true meaning of those words? What the fuck? So Ron has to go on the run? Uh-oh. That is not good. We got a Ron on the run situation. And this chapter, 134, is titled The Case of the Ferris Wheel Disappearance, Part 8. What will Ron do with Kay's words? What do you mean, run, Kay? Huh? I obviously can't explain further or my head will roll. Don't say things you don't mean, Kay. It's not like you need to worry about your head. How do you know that? It's simple. If a weirdo like you says something that goes against common sense, at least some of it must be true. How sloppy. I regret thinking better of you for a moment. Whatever, let me say this. The Alliance would be in a pickle if it listened to every wannabe detective acting on guesswork. You're the sloppy one, Kay. The reason is the same one I gave when I warned you before, Senpai. The higher-ups believe that you're involved in the string of cases that have been pinned on Alice Moriarty. They like to temporarily restrict your movements as they monitor the case's progress. Restrict his movements? What are they saying I did? I'm told they found proof that you've been in contact with Alice. Huh? What possible? What the heck is it? I don't know. If they had made that clear to me, then I wouldn't be telling you to run. If I pressed them on it, they would just say that I don't have sufficient authority to know. They can be quite forceful like this now and then. The Alliance has a bad habit of bending their ideals if it means eradicating the evilest people. Yeah, that don't surprise me. I mean, justice is subjective. It really is. Good and evil is subjective. And this is why fighting on the side... Oh, God, I fucking love Tomodachi games so much for this. Fighting on the side of villainy is a lot easier because it's easier to define villainy than it is, justice. Because justice has a simple definition, but, And it's because of shit like this. Because they will bend... Because at some point, someone's justice will cross that line into villainy. Like this. I'm going to read this again. The Alliance has a bad habit of bending their ideals if it means eradicating, I'm going to paraphrase here, what they consider to be the evilest people. Again, what they consider to be the evilest people. That said, this way of doing things is very unlike him. I'm referring to my boss. So basically, you're helping me because your boss didn't give you any clear evidence? Yes, I'm quite a bothersome person after all. Good on Kay! In the end, I decided not to accept this job, but I'm certain someone else will take action. You said the Detective Alliance would restrict Ron's movements. How will they do that? This is why you should have taken the job, Kay. Is so you could get access to it. But I understand, Kay wouldn't do it that on principle, but also they would probably find out and then kill Kay. So I can kind of understand. I wasn't involved in any of these cases, but in the past, the Alliance has taken some rather violent actions. Not surprised. The Detective Alliance has strong connections to the world's police forces. What did I say? When you justice is very subjective, but and good and evil is subjective, but someone else's, but they will cross. They will cross the line into villainy, and that's what the World Detective Alliance is doing. They are crossing that line into villainy like this. The Detective Alliance has strong connections to the world's police forces. They'll put out a notice that you're someone necessitating extreme caution and will file requests for provision of information. On top of that, the Alliance will dispatch its own specialists. They, along with detectives associated with the Alliance, will conduct 24-hour surveillance on individuals they want restricted and will essentially take them away by force. Those are the sorts of methods I'm talking about. Dude, now this really is making me think of Moriarty the Patriot. It really is, because that is the kind of shit. Well, obviously it was the aristocracy, like what's the wording I'm looking for? Tyrannical. Here we go. The tyrannical aristocracy, and the aristocracy did some really fucked up and disturbing shit, mind you. But they were torturing kids. That's a little bit different, obviously, in terms of tyrannical. But like this is very that's what I mean. This is very similar to that. And then the next are like post, Britain, and they're in the U.S. at the time. They were the organization they were working on under. They were handling similar things too in terms of working for the government. So I'm like, okay, I can. I see what you're doing here, Amano. I see what you're doing here. It really does give a little bit of variety. This does make sense to me. This is definitely a happy accident / coincidence that it's very much giving that Moriarty the Patriot realness. But yeah, I really am happy with this. That we're getting the Moriartys rebelling against authority. There we go. That's what I meant by the Moriarty the Patriot realness, is that the Moriartys are rebelling against authority. There we go. Most likely, once they capture you, you'll be kept under surveillance until Alice is finally arrested. Though, of course, you could always submit to that willingly. What? Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. I hate how I can't tell if my own personality is straightforward or twisted. I won't help you out again, Senpai. I'll never call you again, and I'm sorry, but I won't answer if you call me. Please don't tell me later about how you saved me in the park. We're even now. Ooh. Ooh. But here's the thing. Yeah, you know what? I have to wonder what you guys think about this. If you guys think like the Ron, Moriarty kind of thing, especially if you're a Moriarty the Patriot reader, if the Ron versus the Moriartys kind of thing is kind of giving you the Sherlock, Moriarty dynamic. In a different way, obviously, because the Moriartys are a little bit different than Will is, obviously. But yeah, that's what it's kind of giving. It really is. And obviously Ron's different because he is the child of home. He's a child of Holmes and Moriarty, mind you. But yeah, that's what it's kind of giving. Is he telling the truth? Yeah, he must be. The last thing he said was how he really feels. Kay isn't above lying or using tricks, but he never deceived me at a time like this. The last thing he wants is to owe me a debt. So what will you do, Ron? I'm outclassed here. Never thought that the World Detective Alliance would try to stand in my way. Yeah, and if you're not careful, you'll end up with the police as your enemies too. What else is new? Is that them already? Certainly possible. Ron, I'm prepared for the worst. Ah, here we go. Hello there, Ron Kamonohashi-san, right? Welcome, World Detective Alliance members. Uh-oh. Toto, I need to talk with them, so head home. Huh? You have nothing to do with the Detective Alliance, right? I'll contact you when things calm down, but... Ooh, just go already. Are you trying to act like... Are you trying to act like my guardian? Ron, that's that face. Ooh, he's confident that he could persuade the Detective Alliance. He's not going to. Well, he might in a different way, but there's not going to be talking no jutsu here. Got it. I'll leave. Here we go. How things go with Ron Kamonohashi? This is back to the Detective Alliance. I just received word that Kamonohashi was secured. Good. I should have kept Kei away from the start. Despite his antipathy for Kamonohashi, I should have considered the fact that they're old acquaintances. What is it? One of our men just sent a message saying that was a lie and there's a video attached. Let me see. What? Yeah! These men forced themselves into my home, acted violently, and smashed up my things. So I responded in self-defense. I'm generous, so I'll overlook it this time. Now, if you'll excuse me. Dude! Rebelling against, I guess, the World Detective Alliance? Oh, yeah. Wait at the park. Okay, here we go. I'm here. Ron, you managed to persuade the Alliance, huh? To be honest, I was worried your words wouldn't get through to them. I didn't get through to them. Huh? They're already chomping at the bit to take me into custody. What'd you do? I just scolded them a bit. Didn't I tell you I was prepared for the worst? What about the kitty, though? I plan to take down Alice while hiding from the detective agency. God, that's what you were prepared for? I won't make any trouble for you, of course. I'll manage this on my own somehow. Thanks for everything, Toto. You called me out here just to tell me that? Yeah. You couldn't have said it on the phone? This was important, so I wanted to say it to your face. I love Ron so much. So why are you running in place, huh? Don't me. You're a real pain, you know that? Dude, he was running in place. I'll help you, Ron. I don't agree with the Alliance's methods either, and I want to stop Alice. It's interesting that this is happening, like, literally around the same time that we have Sakamoto on the run, too. I had a feeling you'd say that, Toto. What are the odds? Sheesh, you said it, but to be honest, I agree with you on this. Even if the Detective Alliance forbids it or tries to interfere, we'll use your deductions to catch the villain. Yeah, forbidden deductions are a specialty after all. Like, here's the thing, I have to say this. Like, I freaking hate that the anime is licensing, using, for the English license for the anime, is Ron Kamonohashi and Forbidden Deductions. Like, no. Deranged Detective, it's called Deranged Detective for a reason. No. It's Deranged Detective. I hate that it's Forbidden Deductions. I fucking hate it. I like Ron Kamonohashi Deranged Detective. I'm still, like, even if, Manga Plus, decides to change it, I'm still gonna call it Deranged Detective. I'm still going to. But I'm really curious what you guys think of these chapters. I really like how what's going on here is like a combination of Sakamoto Days meets Moriarty the Patriot. More so, I feel like it's more so like Moriarty the Patriot. I have to wonder if what Amano Sensei is doing is trying to like have like make this kind of like a modern, modern day Moriarty the Patriot situation, because they're descendants of Moriarty, and in the case of Ron, have a little bit of that Sherlock Holmes situation going on. But man, if we see Knight kill his father, I will lose my mind. But, well, if it's in essence, I have to wonder if it's in essence like what Alice is talking about in terms of locking up. I have to wonder if she's referring to locking up his father as well, because because of all the corruption that's happening. And now, in terms of, the detectives resigning, I gotta wonder if this is what, like, the corruption that's happening at the World Detective Alliance. That's gotta be why they're resigning like this. Alice has gotta, like, Alice had to expose the corruption. She had to, like, with her silver, well, I feel like silver tongue is the right word at this point. That's why I'm like, this kind of reminds me of, Moriarty and Moriarty the Patriot, because he would have done the same thing. He would have been like, this is the corruption that's happening here. Are you sure you want to, and Sherlock Holmes would have done the same thing too. Are you sure you want to stay with these people? God, this really is reminding me of Moriarty the Patriot. But yeah, like, I feel like that's why everyone resigned. This really makes a lot of sense. Based on the corruption that, Kay was talking about that's happening here, it reminds me of what we're seeing in Sakamoto Days with the JAA, but it's also like kind of like what we saw in Moriarty the Patriot with the aristocracy, and the corruption of it was a lot more disturbing with the aristocracy and Moriarty the Patriot, mind you, with the torturing of kids, but it's very similar to that. I really kind of hope Amano is doing a little bit of both, is like combining the two. I really hope that's what Amano, part of me is hoping that's what Amano is doing, more so leaning towards taking a little bit of inspiration from Moriarty the Patriot more than anything else. Because I would love to, I would love to have that, especially since both of them are Shueisha properties. I would love to just have that crossover. Like, I'd love to have that connection to Moriarty the Patriot. I would love to have it. Because then if that way, like, we could have them connected, that would just be so sick. I would love that. I would love to find out that if we have it to where, like, Ron Kamonohashi Deranged Detective is, like, ultimately in the same timeline as Moriarty the Patriot, that would be freaking sick. I would love to have that. Will we get it? I doubt it. But I just would love to have it. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think of these chapters. What do you guys think about how the World Detective Alliance is, and based on how they're acting, do you think it makes sense why the detectives are resigning like this? Makes a lot of sense. Do you think why Alice is doing what she's doing makes sense? Like, she's not just rebelling. Think about it. She's not just rebelling against the Moriartys and taking over the Moriartys like she did. She's kind of it's more of like a rebellion against the Moriartys and the Detective Alliance. That's what it seems like to me. Just like think about what happened during the case at Blue, and what she wanted to do in terms of like destroying killing the up and coming detectives, because she didn't want. Just think about it, she didn't want she didn't want the World Detective Alliance to corrupt any more, detectives. I see it's fucked up how she did it, mind you, but I see what she was trying. I see the bigger picture. I kind of see what she was doing. This makes so much sense now. Oh my god, this does make so much sense. Amano Sensei, I see you. I see what you're doing. It's brilliant. It really is brilliant, what they're doing, and it all goes back to even though two wrongs don't make a right, yeah, but God, what Alice said about, in essence, locking people away up for life, is, in essence, they are murderers for that, but like using that they're doing whatever they need to do by any means necessary to eliminate what they consider to be evil from the world. God, Amano, your writing is freaking genius. God, but damn, I can't. I am so sorry, Amano Sensei, that both the Ron Kamonohashi anime and Suicide Squad Isekai are just not doing your work, especially your art, justice. In the case of both, and writing in the case of the anime and writing. I'm so sorry your work is not being done justice. I really am. You deserve better than this. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more Ron content. A few ways you can do that: donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, purchase something off our Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.